Hello, is this thing on? Oh, hello guys, it's me, the guy who wears thongs' safety boots. Now today, we're doing a bit of a four-wheel drive trip. Now I'm out here with Matt and the Explore Life crew. They're filming an episode in Coffs Harbour, and I thought I'd do a bit of a vlog because, well, it's the first time the patrol's been to Coffs, and I want to see how it handles the Coffs. We must be close. Sam from Built Not Bought. Right, so just for some reference, here is where we are. We're coming into this road. I'm sure we're going up here. There's some tracks up here. I think this is where Commando is and stuff as well. So come down Coffs, head up this way, and we're going to be exploring through there. Alright, that's it. We are off to Coffs. Now, people ask me why I moved to Queensland, and this is like one of the reasons. Like, Coffs Harbour is only like 40 postcodes away from home for me now. It was like a 3 and a bit hour drive. We left from the Gold Coast. But yeah, even from where we are now, it's like within 20 minutes you can get to pretty much most of the track. So super stoked to be down here. Perfect weather has turned it on for us, because normally it's bloody raining or something, and it is technically winter, but jumpers off, sun's out, guns out. So let's get into it. Oh, hide your wife and your kids. We've just hit that, boys. Woo! Alright, here we are at the start of the track. What's this track called? It's called Morbid. No idea. Morbid. Is this Morbid? Morbid. Alright, so this is Morbid. Start of Coffs, we're going to go up, have a look. It's a semi-difficult one apparently, and then just find some little bits and pieces around there. There is Commando up this way, but I have no idea whether we're going to do that. It's one of those tracks that, you know, it's all over the internet. People talk it up, but it might be a bit hectic. It might not. Who knows? No good for a trailer.
No good for a trailer. We'll see. I don't actually know any of the tracks down here. We've just rocked up. Mate told us where the entry is, and we're pretty much just going to see what we can find. There's not really any plan.
That's always the plan. The plan is no plan.
The plan is no plan.
Holy shit, we're like 5 meters into the track and it's already pretty gnarly. The angular kilometer was beeping at me.
Easy done, the old GU flex is alright. Hang on a minute.
I'm not done yet. Holy dooly, it is getting really hectic now. I just came up that section there. It's getting more flexy, more enclosed. Had the locker zone, had everything. It's getting a bit gnarly. Welcome to Coffs, I reckon. So this is that section that I got caught up on. The wheel was like, whoa, high up in the air. Giving the thing a workout. Because I changed that rear diff, it means I've only got the LSD, not an actual locker there. So I'm relying on that LSD and only got the front locker to play with. So just crawling its way up. Alright, this is the last little pinch of the day and it is the wettest. So the angles don't look too bad, but we might have to get into her a bit to get up this slippery stuff. Right, so that was meant to be, to me, the hardest pinch of the day, so, and actually surprised me a bit. I was all set, ready to get fully stuck, had to winch out and everything, but it's this ground, it's like, it's not that slippery, it's kind of tacky. Like it's clay, and it hasn't rained for a couple of weeks, but it is wet because of the trees, but I think that just gives you more traction than what it looks like, because it looks horrible. But you're lucky nothing broke. Lane's down there with a trailer on the back, and that's that's really dragging him down. This is it. This is the behind the scenes of a day in the life of an Explorer episode. Or any episode in the bush. It's just lots of hard yakka.
There's not even any good trees.
There's no trees around here. How is it like the greasiest hill and there's no trees to winch from?
We're gonna have to run the gauntlet with the little tucker.
Everyone hang on to it. Look at the tree on him. Whoa! We're taking bets on whether the trees are gonna come down or not.
What do you mean? It's huge.
If you do have a small tree out there, keeping it down low is the best option. Otherwise it probably would come down.
Okay, here we go. It's a little tree that could.
Didn't even move. Sending me the wrong way. He got up, but he did break a bead on his tyre, so there's a bit of air coming out. Just need to fix that. Oh, also, while I was going up, turn the ignition on, got this from Red Arc, inclinometer. It was beeping at me a couple of times because it shows the angle, pitch and roll. Just kind of handy to know what angle your four drive's at, so cool to have that now. And look who heard us coming around the corner. Hello!
Hello.
You walk here or do you bring your car?
I did bring my car.
So we've got two patrols here now, two cruisers, two patrols.
Two patrols. Got the real
It's
cars
funny,
here.
Bree was actually going to head down this track, and lucky they heard us, because otherwise that would have been pretty exciting to get us out of there.
Yeah, I don't think that would have worked very well at all.
Alright, so this is what happens when you have too much fun. Busted him. God damn it. Bit of panel damage. Yeah. Good as new. Just need to weld her up and she'll be sweet. Alrighty, here we are, we made it to the lookout at the top of the Morbid track. It was a good 3 hours of wheeling there, but this view is worth it. You can see the ocean right over there. And I've got the life because I'm here with a drink in my hand. And Matt's making me lunch, isn't he?
I thought you were bringing your own.
What? The one thing I said, I'm like, do I need to bring food? And he's like, nah. But last time we went out, I had way too much food, so now I probably won't have enough.
Did you want?
I ate my lunch.
Oh, you're
Please?
full from all the Allen's lollies, mate.
Come on, give me the sugar! I didn't eat my sausage, but I have room for the biscuit. I didn't throw the sausage off the edge of the cliff, I promise. Morning, so the girls are going to be taking us to this Lionels Loop. Now that's a lot closer to where we're camping tonight, so we'll go check that out, have a bit of a wheel with them. They're a bit more local than us, so they can show us these tracks. So the first little challenge here, all us three girls just walked it up. This would be so good if they don't make it. Oh, he's lucky. Looking on intently. We're 3 for 3. Are they going to be 2 for 2?
Yeah.
Just quietly. Bonnet's open. That's him.
1 week later.
Well, here she is. The icing on the ice cream cake. Bloody sons. I only eat ice cream cake. What do you eat?
Mud cake.
Mud cake?
Mud cake.
Get out of it.
Chocolate mud cake, that's it.
All right, icing on the mud cake for Matt and the ice cream cake for the rest of us. Look at that. That is a view and a half.
Did you used to have them at McDonald's for your birthday parties?
Do you want to know a story?
All right, tell me.
All right, so I had my first Freddo ice cream cake once. And you know how in the photo you got all these little Freddos?
No.
Well, they show a cut and there's like 10 of them.
Okay.
The whole cake we had 2 Freddos, so I wrote them a letter. I sent them an email and I got 2 free Freddo cakes out of it. And I was so happy. Yeah, sent to me. Melted and everything, yeah. Perfect. True story though. That's me just practicing. I'm about to cut up tomatoes. Good morning guys, alright, it's the next morning. We're here at Coffs Harbour, but it's not really, is it? It's a bit out of Coffs Harbour. Sherwood. And we've got a magnificent view this morning. So we've got a couple of little tracks this morning, possibly. There's a waterfall to look at. So there may be a little bit of wheeling and then we're gonna head out to Pebbly Beach because there's a river to cross there. It's kind of like the mouth to the ocean and it's super tidy, currenty, salt water, so you got to time it perfectly. So we need to get there for like 1 o'clock. Low tide's at 2, so that's the plan today. Probably won't film too much of the boating stuff. I just wanted to do a bit of a 4B video on this one, but if you want to take a look at the fishing, spearing stuff, check out the Explore episode. I'll link it down below, but a little bit of wheeling and then that'll pretty much wrap it up for this episode, but we'll see where the day takes us.
Soon catch.
Go! Apparently you can't crush an egg circular. Oh, I'm scared I'm gonna cut my hand open. Oh, dude, like proper. Punch my hand. It's hard. It's actually hard. Try and squeeze it and crush it. I'm serious. No, do it. Do it with one hand, it's hard.
Not a chance in the world.
Try a little bit. Watch my hands, they go white. Do you not believe me?
It's an egg, brass.
No, but it doesn't break. Oh my god. Why do you boys squeeze it? What the See you later. I gotta clean up an egg now. Alright, they proper didn't believe me, so I got $50 here. And if they can squeeze it in one hand, he reckons I was stitching them up, but it's hard. Alright, go on.
$50.
$50. Alright. Oh!
Oh! It's all over, bitch. It took some doing, to be fair, it took some pressure.
So it took a bit of pressure, like, what? that $50 is worth it. It was worth it to see that.
That's the best $50 I've ever made. Money shot on this.
Well, the day wouldn't be complete without a little bit of wrenching. So last night, as we were driving, one of my alarms kept going off, and I'm pretty sure it's my transmission temperature alarm because I didn't hook that up because it was too bloody hot under here. There it is. So you see that hanging down there, and that was resting on the exhaust, so it was reading temps of like 120 degrees, and the alarm was like bing 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 bing. So I'm gonna just bolt that onto here, and that should give me more of an accurate reading. Sing me a song, and the Bendix brakes go round and round, there goes. Hello guys, and welcome back to another tech tip episode. So in this current economic climate, obviously traveling around Australia is what we're going to be doing for the next year or two. International travel, maybe not such a great idea. So if you're like most people and you want to go around the country, one of the best ways to take your family is by towing a caravan, camper trailer, something of the like. Now, one real important upgrade on your four-wheel drive is the set of brakes, because as soon as you start packing on that extra weight, braking is cheap insurance to keep that family safe. So what's great about the Bendix kit is everything is supplied in the box. If you want to install it yourself, you can, but it's highly recommended to go see a mechanic or specialist to get the kit installed. But it's pretty simple to do yourself if you've got a bit of mechanical knowledge. This is a really great kit for towing in particular because the rotors themselves, look, these modern day vehicles, they just don't build stuff like they used to. When you're going down a hill and you put your foot on the brake for too long, it actually heats up that rotor and starts to warp it. Now that warping will result in a shudder in the steering wheel and in your whole car, and the thing will just start shaking like crazy. So with these new upgraded rotors, they're actually slotted and vented to reduce that heat. Also the matching ceramic pads in the Ultimate kit It was also designed to handle a lot more heat than the factory pads and rotors themselves. So when you're towing, you're gonna make sure that you'll be pulling up nice and safely. Not only that, you're also gonna get improved performance as well. So this happens because it's actually supplied with braided brake lines as well. So that reduces the swell in the old rubber lines from factory. These braided ones will hold a lot more pressure, giving you a more direct feel on your pedal and less of that sponginess. So if you wanna have peace of mind on going away and taking your family around the country, make sure that you invest in a good quality set of brakes and rotors like these ones from Bendix. They're available at all good automotive retailers. Now back to the episode. All right, another thing I like to do in the morning before we leave, while everything's cold and not bloody hot under here, and then just check all the essentials under here, make sure the engine's still in there, you know. Still got alternator there, belt hasn't fallen off, battery hasn't fallen, oh, hold on, there you go. So it's good to just check that before you leave in the morning, otherwise the engine gets real hot and something goes wrong and then you gotta bugger around in there. Man, it got dusty last night. Looks good to me. While we're on the topic of tools, I get asked all the time, oh, yeah, hold on. Yeah, I get asked all the time what tools I take with me on a trip. Now this is a nice little Tool Pro case that I've got here, and inside there's a whole bunch of battery gear. So I always have a drill, some drill bits, a grinder, and still battery operated stuff, a few electrical bits and pieces, because I've also got a box of electrical parts, so just a bunch of fuses and stuff in there as well. So having that with you for your electrical stuff, this will get you out of the shit with most things when it comes to cutting different bits and pieces off, fixing parts, and then just your standard toolkit as well. And that is pretty much what I take with me on a short trip. This isn't what you should have. A lot more stuff with you if you're doing a full-blown trip. I got spare parts as well with different bearings and bits and pieces, but this is just sort of the essentials that you can pretty much build a whole car with, let's be honest.
3 days later.
That is right. The 50 is back in my possession. We just went to the little waterfall there and it wasn't a great time. I got wet basically. I'll see if I can snatch some footage. Wait, get that. He stole it. It didn't last long. I had it for 5 seconds. I'll see if I can get some footage from the boys, but obviously they do this rock off thing in the video, and I stupidly said, I'd jump in for you, Matt, if I get the 50 bucks back, and I had to. So yeah, it was pretty damn cold. Oi, give that back. You gotta win that, you gotta earn it.
I earned it. That was fair and
This is called the f***ed up fitty. Right, here we are, we made it. Pebbly Beach. The crossing wasn't too bad. Whoa! And this is where we're gonna hang for the next couple of days. It's gonna be some boating and stuff. So this is pretty much where I'm gonna wrap up the episode. If you wanna see what we get up to with the boats, jump over and watch the episode on the Explore page. Otherwise, subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed. Check out our merchandise on our website. There's a link down below, and I'll see you in the next episode. And I'll be glad to come back to Coffs. So it was definitely one of those places that there's a lot more to see. So there'll be more full driving in Coffs coming up, but it was a good introduction and a good trip out with the boys. Peace. Hey. Hello guys, and welcome to Built Not Bought HQ. Make sure to click on the far left to subscribe to the channel. Click down below to see the latest episode if you missed it, and don't forget our merchandise on our website. See you in the next episode.